I'm 100% confident we are putting safe cars on the line.
Under fire, more trouble for SEPTA after a new report finds an urgent safety risk with the agency's rail cars.
Plus, playoff preview. Phillies fans pack in the park for a little tune-up before the postseason. And today you've got the chance to cheer the team on.
And clearing the air, Eagles star A.J. Brown opens up about that cryptic post he fired off after the Birds' latest victory.
Those stories and much more in today's edition of The Lineup for Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Lauren Make. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today. Well, let's talk baseball. Citizens Bank Park was rocking last night for a little postseason dress rehearsal. Then early this morning, it was revealed that the Phillies would be facing the Dodgers for a real game. NBC 10's Neil Fisher heads up our Red October coverage from South Philadelphia.
The NLDS will be a showdown of superstars here in South Philadelphia, the Dodgers and the Phillies. But last night, the bank was rocking. It had that Red October feeling for the Phillies intra-squad game. One of the biggest swings of the night came from Bryce Harper, a home run to dead center off of Walker Buehler. Fans also got to see Johan Duran in the thrilling entrance that comes along with the closer. To the NLDS we go. Superstar Shohei Ohtani will get the ball for L.A. Ohtani will make his postseason debut on the mound. The big names playing under the brightest lights, and Phillies manager Rob Thompson said the team is more motivated than ever before.
I truly believe that there's a little bit more motivation in there in every year because they know that, we've missed some opportunities. It's tough to get in the playoffs. It's tough to go all the way, but, every year I think they get a little hungrier to get it done.
And we're still waiting to learn exactly what time first pitch will be Saturday, but it will be around 6 o'clock. This matchup, including seeing Shohei Ohtani Saturday night, has to do something with manager Rob Thompson putting out the Phillies starting lineup on September 16th to face Ohtani in L.A. one day after clinching the NL East. A little preparation for the postseason. Reporting in South Philadelphia, Neil Fisher, NBC 10 News.
By joining us on the rally for Red October bus tour today, NBC 10's Miguel Martinez-Valle will be on board as it makes stops in Center City and South Jersey. There'll be special guests and even a postseason swag giveaway. After the Phillies face the Dodgers on Saturday, it'll be time for the Birds to take center stage at the sports complex.
Yeah, the Birds look to remain undefeated when they battle the Broncos on Sunday. Meanwhile, A.J. Brown is opening up about that ominous social media post that came after Sunday's win over the Bucs. The post basically said, if you're not welcomed, quietly withdraw. Well, this has been a relatively quiet start to the season for Brown. After practice yesterday, the Birds' star wideout said he let his frustrations boil over. Bottom line, A.J. wants to contribute by catching the football.
Defense and special teams have been low-key carrying us, and it's just like we need to clean up what we need to clean up and get on the same page and, and play to the ability that we say that we can and be who we are called to be. So it's a standard that we preach. And so it's easy to have that frustration. I think it's fair to have that frustration. But like I said, I just can't let that boil over.
Once again, NBC 10 will have exclusive coverage of the Birds versus the Broncos. It all starts with the Eagles game day kickoff Sunday morning at 9:30.
All right, it's some breaking news we've been following early this morning in Frankfurt. A car slamming into a home after a crash. Police telling us the crash on Kenwood Street involved two cars. Both drivers are injured. We talked to the family that lives at the home. They were asleep when it happened. They tell us they're physically okay, but they're shaken up.
And there is more trouble for SEPTA. The NTSB is recommending the transit agency suspend hundreds of trains after a series of fires this year.
Yeah, the first of the fires started in February. The NTSB's report says those trains pose a, quote, unacceptable safety risk. The fires all involved the Silverliner 4 rail cars. There are 225 of them in SEPTA's fleet, and SEPTA GM Scott Sauer says they're staying on the tracks. Here's what he says would happen if they didn't.
We would lose 2/3 of our fleet, which essentially would mean we lose 2/3 of our service. It looks like a Saturday level schedule.
SEPTA's general manager says they've added dozens of safety measures since the first train fire. He says the transit agency is confident their cars are safe. Well, we now know the partial government shutdown will continue at least until tomorrow.
Senators will not vote on funding bills today because of Yom Kippur. The next scheduled vote is tomorrow afternoon. Now, meanwhile, we are getting a clearer picture of how this shutdown is impacting our area. Some historic sites like the Liberty Bell Center and Independence Hall, they are closed.
You come with an expectation and you spend the money, and normally things are open. Like, I even looked on Google Maps and I saw it was open until 5. There's no notice, nothing. It's definitely frustrating.
At Philadelphia International Airport, operations were normal yesterday. TSA workers are considered essential, meaning they remain on the job, but they won't get paid until after the shutdown ends. But airport officials say if the shutdown lasts several weeks, there is a possibility of fewer staff reporting to work, which could mean longer wait times getting through security. NBC 10 will continue to monitor the shutdown and bring you updates on air and online as soon as they come into our newsroom. We also have a live blog up right now that's updating in real time with new developments from Capitol Hill. Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, will be released tonight.
This is the Berks County native's 12th studio album. Only 500 Target stores are staying open tonight for the release. One of them is in Springfield, Delaware County on Baltimore Pike. You can start lining up to buy the album at 10 p.m. How about this? One of America's biggest coffee giants is changing its name.
Maxwell House is changing its name to Maxwell Apartment. The company says it wants to help customers facing rising coffee and home prices with affordable coffee. Its solution is a yearly lease. Well, it comes with 4 27.5-ounce containers of coffee for $40. For context, a single container typically sells for $13. Well, Spirit Halloween is opening up Christmas-themed stores.
Yeah, the company letting you buy all your holiday decor and even get pictures with Santa starting next month. 5 stores will be open in our area, 1 in Whitehall up in northeastern Pennsylvania, 3 in Jersey, including Cherry Hill, Toms River, and Mays Landing down the shore. And in Delaware, there'll be a store in Christiana. All right, there looks to be a new trend in holiday shopping, too, to talk about.
When it comes to gift giving, more people are turning to artificial intelligence. According to a new poll, 1 in 3 U.S. adults find AI to be a helpful assistant when they shop. 34% said they are consulting AI tools for gift advice for the holiday season. Of those people, 74% believe it will help make them better gift givers this year.
I'm sure it actually will.
You think?
If you're a really bad gift giver, yeah, it at least sets you on the right course. You know what I mean? It's like,
I wonder, like, how much information you have to put in about
a ton
the
of prompts.
person that you
Yeah.
are getting the gift for.
This is who the person is. This is who they are in my life. You know, that's important. Mom versus girlfriend or wife, like, that's very different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's good. That's
All right,
funny.
Well, I guess we'll find out. On,
I guess I gotta try. This
like
is good.
December 26th. More young people are apparently giving up on dating.
Oh, and it has nothing to do with being too tired or chivalry possibly being dead.
Or not knowing what gift to buy.
Exactly. It has to do with money. A study from datingnews.com, which is a website I just learned about right now. It shows more Gen Z and millennials believe dating is too expensive. Nearly half of young adults are going on fewer dates because of the economy. In fact, 1 in 4 people say they would move in faster than they would just to save money. So forego dating a little bit, move in with each other sooner.
Sooner. I think the key phrase there for me is sooner than you would.
That's right.
Sooner than you would like to. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you didn't feel like you were ready, you probably are not ready.
Yeah, if you're hesitant and not really, if there are certain things holding you back from going on dates, like money. I mean, listen, you can go on a picnic. You can do other things that are dates. So you can go to coffee, right? And you instead want to move in with each other.
I don't know that it's instead of going on a date.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Trouble.
It seems like troubles.
This is good news
Troubles are
if you're
coming.
a moving company. Because there's going to be a lot of moves moving out.
Or a friend who's going to have to move boxes for you.
Poor news, bad news for a friend's back. Yeah, that's not good.
All right. Well, that does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
Little off the rails right there. Lauren Make here with me. I'm Keith Jones. Remember, you can get NBC 10 News updates right here on the NBC 10 app. You can catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.